In this section, let's move ahead beyond the basics and understand few concepts which you need to know. The first thing I want to start with is this method right here: public static void main string and then args. Now you know what public means. Public means that this method is publicly accessible. Static, it means that there is no need to create an instance of this class, and this method can be invoked directly by saying main dot and then the name of the method. Void means that this method does not return anything. Main means that this is the main method. And then string args, so these are program arguments. Now main, so the name of this method is a special method which is needed by the JVM. So the JVM uses this method name in here to start the application. So if I change this to main and then let's say 2, for example, even IntelliJ is telling you that this is not the main method. So this is a special method that has to be like this. So the JVM looks for a method called main. Then static, as I said, it doesn't need to create an instance of main, and it can invoke the method directly. If this was private, then the JVM could not access this. So this has to be public, just like that. Then void, it just means that this method does not return anything. So with this in mind, if I say south, and then I'm going to say arrays dot toString and then pass args. So here, let me also say south, and then inside program was given, and then here I'm going to say if, and then args dot length. So if this is bigger than 0, I'm going to basically print out the arguments. Otherwise, I'm going to say south was given, and then let's just have a space here, and then here I'm going to say 0 arguments, and let's just put number here instead. And here I'm going to say south the following arguments. All right, now for you to understand what this is, let's together open up the terminal, and in here you've seen this before. So how do we compile with Java C? So let me just say cd into src and then Java C. So we want to compile. So under, so if I press tab, com/amigos code main.java. So this now gives us, so if I type ls or dir, so actually ls com amigos code, and then have a look, we have the class that we can run. So now let's just say, and by the way, if you're on Windows, just type dir and then the name of the package. So here, have a look. So this is com.amigos code, and this is just what I'm saying, right? So com/amigos code. And remember, the packages internally is just folders. So now inside of src, let's run the program. So I'm going to say Java and then com dot. So here I can give the fully qualified name, which includes the package. So com dot amigos code dot and then main. If I run this, have a look. Program was given 0 arguments. Now, what this means is that I can pass any arguments into this program. So here I can say argument 1 will be hello, and then argument 2 will be ciao, for example. If I run this, have a look. The program was given the following arguments: hello and then ciao. So this is what this string args is. So if I go back, have a look. So when I run this, press up arrow. So these have to be separated by space, and then they'll be translated into a string array. So here, this is what's been put into this right here. And then we have access to it. So here, if I say, for example, 1 and then 3.0, so at this point, all of these will be strings. So if you want to convert these into a number or a double, you can do so. But all I want you to do is to basically teach you about this public static void main, because some people find it confusing, but hopefully now you know what all of this means. Another thing is, you saw that we ran the application through the terminal, but we can also pass the arguments through IntelliJ. So here, navigate to edit configurations. And then if I put this full screen, so have a look, we have main, and I don't need this apple nor foo. So we have main, and inside, have a look, we have program arguments. So I can even expand in here, and I can say foo, bar, hello, and 1, for example. So make sure you have a new line. Apply, and you can see it gives the spaces. Okay, if I run this, have a look, foo, bar, hello, and then 1. So this is how you can pass program arguments from within IntelliJ. So obviously I don't need this, so all I'm going to do in here is I'm going to basically remove everything, and I'm just teaching you how to use program arguments, and now you have a full understanding of this main method, which is the main entry point for your application. And with it, you can pass arguments, and you know why it needs to be public static void, as well as the name main. If you have any questions, drop me a message. Otherwise, catch me on the next one.